The WFA is a league where owners and coaches get to decide what moves are made. Since the beginning of its existence, there has been no one outlawing trades that they deem unworthy. While this is great in most contexts, there have been some truly awful trades made in the history of this league. While there are too many to count, I will be going through 5 of them today. This is Time Machine. This is a trade that could have worked out if circumstances were different, but as things fell, it looks worse and worse. Detroit was looking for an upgrade at quarterback and landed the former Gen Bowl MVP, Travis Matthews. The problem was that Matthews wasn't in the best shape anymore and since becoming an average starter at best. But the Fury wanted him, so they traded one of their best pass rushers and 2 other pieces and their first-round pick for the former Crabs star. Since Detroit was where players go to die, Matthews had a terrible run as their signal caller, which has a lot to do with the coaching in place, causing him to regress multiple times and making me a sad, sad boy. The Corn Kings got 2 defensive starters out of the deal, and that first-rounder was later traded to pick up a great corner by the name of J.D. Bustos. Leonardo Taylor had 8 sacks and 15 tackles for loss on a dominant season in Season 6, and he has given them solid production since. This is a deal that baffled me in the moment a lot, as the Pirates traded up from the 5th into the 4th round in the Season 6 draft. Pottsville absolutely took advantage of the Pirates' inability to field a competitive team or make a trade that didn't set their team back 2 years in the process. The Maroons ended up with wide receiver Corey Leviticus in the 5th round, and he has played sparingly for them. But the big fish is what turned into the number 1 overall pick in Season 7, the big defensive tackle Stanley Rain. Stanley Rain has had a good year in Season 8, posting 10 sacks in his first full season as a pro. The guy the Pirates were so desperate to get that they traded into the 4th round, giving up their future, was guard Joe Hardy. Joe Hardy wasn't long for the Pirates, as the bronze guard was traded in a package to the Pottsville Maroons just 2 months later. Proving once again that he couldn't figure out what picks are worth, Chris Colon traded one of the top receivers in the game for a less than average starter. Jefferson Fitzgerald has always been one of the leaders in receiving yards year after year. This is a guy who's being considered for the Hall of Fame, and the Grizzlies traded him for a 3rd-round pick. That 3rd-round pick could have been good in someone else's hands, but it turned into cornerback Cole Hewitt. Hewitt spent 2 years under Colon's roof and gave him a combined 3 picks as a silver corner. Fitzgerald gave the Clash a number 1 option and ranked up over 1,200 yards for Colorado and later the Lancers in just that season alone. Maybe if they didn't trade their star, the Grizzlies wouldn't have been embarrassed as they were for the next couple of seasons. There isn't much to say about this trade. This time it was the Lancers trading away quality picks for nothing, as Pottsville traded their 270-pound fullback Corey Phillips to the Lancers for a 3rd and a future 1st. Phillips did what most fullbacks do and blocked well, but not enough to be worth the return that he got. This trade gave Pottsville a starting O-lineman in million-dollar man Magnus Turkay, and it also allowed them to use the 1st to trade away later, but that pick will once again be top 2 in the league, and of course, it is currently being held by Montreal, because every first-round pick is held by Montreal. And now we can finally bury Smith again, thanks to this awful trade. The former 5th overall pick Nate Peterman Jr. of the Tokyo Titans was sent to Green Bay for quarterback Nick Mullinow. A quarterback swap for the ages, as Tokyo would never be closer to a championship after that point. While Mullinow had his moments, he was doomed to fail, much like Matthews, eventually by the hand of Alex Starr, but for now he would simply not be able to stack up with his competition. Giving Nate Peterman to Green Bay was the greatest gift Jake has ever been given, as Peterman put up several MVP-worthy seasons and came very close to winning a championship on several occasions. Mullinow is about to be retired from sitting in free agency too long, and Nate Peterman is leading his new team in the top seed in the Pacific. I'll let you be the judge on that one. So, What did we learn today? Number 1, stop trading first-round picks for role players. Number 2, don't trade away great players for no reason. And number 3, stop trading with Colin and Dave in general because you are the reason that they are at the highest level of competing right now. If you don't know what you're doing, just ask for help. Or stop. I'm only half kidding. What big trades did I miss? Let me know in the Discord. Enjoy the playoffs and sign up for the Rise League. Should be a lot of fun. See you next time on Time Machine.